niggas talk on Twitter, but in life they don't say shit. My rollie so racist, all black faces.
Today we are talking about some of our favorite black actors featured in genre film. For the non-layman, genre films are like referred to horror, sci-fi, superhero movies, basically all the genres that the Academy ignores every year.
Basically, yeah. If you can't win an Oscar for it, we're talking about it today.
We're talking about it today.
And it just so happens we're celebrating African Americans.
Indeed. In celebration of Black History Month, we would be talking about actors that pushed the genre forward and made a name for themselves in nerd culture.
That is why it's important that we're doing this list. And it's because you people and us ourselves.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean,
Sorry,
you
I just
people?
wanted to say that.
You people, white people, no, including ourselves, don't appreciate black actors enough. We don't appreciate how little we see them, and then that when we see them, that it's very significant. So we wanted to put an emphasis on that today.
Let's go ahead and start out with Yaphet Kotto, the only black person in Alien.
And also the only black person, I don't know how to pronounce his name on this list.
It's funny, I found out. Like, it's interesting about Yaphet Kotto. He was like, the only black person in Alien. The script was written unisex and like colorblind, so like any person could be cast as any character. So I think that really helped with the diversity. That's why you see so many women and people of color in that.
Well, they definitely wanted to be diverse in the movie because James Cameron wanted to present like this is the future, it's progressed.
I do appreciate when people do that in sci-fi. Like, I think Star Trek is the best at it.
Yeah, because it's not forced or obvious. It's just done. You literally just feel like it's a regular group of people walking around doing stuff. One guy's got a weird face, but it's all regular.
I think because they've built up that world so much where, like, I think in the next generation, we're like 100 years past the Earth, like basically eliminating bigotry and racism and sexism and all that stuff. And now they're out in the stars trying to like save the rest of the universe. So I really like that. It just comes off so naturally how like, we can progress as a people if we get rid of this stupid shit.
Coming up next, we have the most amazing, most electrifying man from a galaxy far, far away and a long, long time ago. His name is Billy D. Williams.
Very well done. It's interesting about Billy D, or the character of Lando. Yaphet Kotto was actually offered the role of Lando first, but he turned it down because he didn't want to be like, he didn't want to get typecast as the black dude in space, basically.
It's like, look, y'all just want to make me the nigga in space. You gonna kill me, ain't you? Look, I ain't dying in this one, bro.
But yeah, then we got. I do appreciate him letting that role go because then we just get more black actors in Hollywood. It's always a great thing. But yeah, and Billy D obviously killed the role. Empire Strikes Back, his intro. I think last time we saw him was in that dog shit Rise of Skywalker movie. But he was great in it.
Yeah, he was great.
He was, he's a lot of fun. Oh, he's also an undercover brother. I don't know if that's considered a genre movie.
No, it's just bad.
It's just
a bad movie.
It was them trying to do Black Dynamite and then Black Dynamite.
They was trying to do a black exploitation movie, basically. And it's funny that you said they were trying to do Black Dynamite because Michael Jai White ends up being the new undercover brother in the sequel. It's an undercover brother
that's
too.
Right. There is an undercover brother too, and it looks so bad. I haven't watched it.
It's so bad. It's so funny that you mentioned that it's bad. I think Gary Owen's in that. This man right here is a fucking directing god, but he also is a pretty decent actor. Robert Bobby Townsend.
Obviously wrote and directed the very influential Meteor Man. First black superhero I really ever saw. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Did he write Blank Man? He didn't write Blank.
No. Blank Man was co-written by Damon and written by some other white dude. Meteor Man, I remember watching this on my grandparents' floor and being just like so enthralled with it. It was
goddamn
so
hard ass
amazing.
linoleum fucking hard ass floor.
Yeah.
I hated that floor so bad. Actually, yeah, we didn't watch it the first time at our grandparents' house. We watched it for the first time at home. We rented Meteor Man and Surf Ninjas the same weekend.
Surf Ninjas.
No African Americans in that movie, so we can't include it in this conversation. But shout out!
It did have Tone Loc.
Oh yeah, you know what? It did have Tone Loc. Hey, you guys forgot about me. But that's also not a sci-fi movie. Get out of here, Tone.
Get out of here, Tone.
All right, I'll see y'all later. We definitely watched Blank Man for the first time at our grandparents' house.
That one.
Thank you. Shout out to Uncle Larry.
Yeah, Blank Man definitely, like, because Meteor Man is obviously a clear parallel to Superman, and Blank Man was like a huge parallel to Batman, obviously.
So what you're saying is Robert Townsend and Damon Wayans should do a Meteor Man, Blank Man team up.
That would be incredible. I think it's a little too late right now for either of them to want to do it.
This is the perfect time because they could just be so much more funny because they're old.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
This is like the perfect time because they're not too old where it's like, hey, where's he going?
Right. Yeah, they're not like geriatric.
I don't see him.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, Damon was just on the Lethal Weapon TV show.
Man.
That movie was so hilarious, so underrated. I think that's the only reason we probably wouldn't be able to get a reboot now is because I think the fan base for those movies
we're going to try to bring
surprisingly small.
We're going to try to bring it back single-handedly right here at the Drunk Banthas.
Yeah, everybody in that movie.
Also, David Allen Greer, David Allen Greer, the most underrated actor of all time.
Oh,
let's just go ahead and say that right now.
So underrated.
Most underrated actor of all time. But I digress because he's in no sci-fi movies
except
for Blank Man.
And then we're moving along. We got the very first Blade, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley?
We got a new Blade, but we can't forget about the original from 1999. The movie that brought in bullet time a year before, or it was 1998 because it brought in bullet time a year before The Matrix. Made trench coats and sunglasses cool before The Matrix. Fucking Blade. This movie was
fucking like, dude, this is the perfect person to play him because people forget that Wesley Snipes is a kung fu master. Like, this dude is a martial arts specimen.
Yeah, dude is nice.
And, like, he be putting foots in ass. That's kind of, like, to be honest with you, his talents were wasted doing all those, rom-com movies and shit like that back in the day. Because he really just should have been like what The Rock is today.
It took them a while to realize that this guy can be an action hero. And then after that, they just kind of like put him in one after the other until they got tired of him.
Speaking of cold-blooded ass niggas who wear glasses, sunglasses, Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix, he was Morpheus.
Recently, I watched an interview with Lawrence Fishburne from the They Gotta Have Us documentary series where he was talking about like how he loves Star Wars. Like, you could tell in his heart, his eyes lit up. He's like, I love Star Wars, which makes me sad that he's never been in a Star Wars. But I digress. He was like, I love Star Wars so much, and all I ever wanted to do was be in something that means as much to film as Star Wars did, and I did that by being in The Matrix because The Matrix means a lot to a lot of people. And I was like, he's definitely not wrong.
He's not wrong, but he is one of them niggas who is cold-blooded with how he fucking makes a compliment for himself. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was like, get out of here, nigga. You just suck your own dick all the way down it. He said, hey, I had a lifelong dream. And I fucking did that shit, bitch. To your point, never been in a Star Wars movie, but he was like, but I've been in the biggest movies since Star Wars,
right?
Holla at your boy.
Yeah, like there's never been a franchise that was as celebrated and like just.
Which one do you think is more celebrated, Matrix or Star Wars?
I would just say Star Wars just because of longevity. just because it's been around longer, and they've had the now that they're owned by Disney, they've had the opportunity to cartoons, TV shows.
Matrix has not had any of that. You're right.
Yeah, I think if at some point they do want, because I do think it would be interesting if they had like a TV show or something.
You know
like
why
that.
they haven't? Matrix hasn't done it.
Why?
Because they're owned by an idiot.
But moving right along, we do. I want to talk about one of the newest up and coming legends in Black nerd culture. We got. We got to talk about Stormtrooper nigga Jedi.
That's right.
Finn, a.k.a. FN 2187, a.k.a. Finn the Human, a.k.a. Finn to bust on these niggas.
Let me tell y'all something. He's just
John
saying that because
Boyega.
that's not written down in his notes. He's saying that. He's just saying that off the top of his dome. I was going to say some other stuff, but look, he just said all that. It's John Boyega, goddammit. I'm telling you, bro. Right now, you got to get off my fucking nuts, man. You got to get off my nuts. Because right now, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
He is such a great actor, and the first time we saw him in Attack the Block, that movie, and the movie's incredible, but not in no small part because of him.
Christian Bale,
You're right.
pointed out that nobody gets credit for being a stoic character. Like,
Right.
You have to play all his castmates got to be the loose man. He had to play the straight man,
Right.
and so he did an amazing job. And like you said, that movie is great because he's in it. And like I was saying, it's because he was able to play the stoic man.
Yeah, it was great because his character is way different than the character in Star Wars too, where she's more of like an affable, like kind of silly character. He gets to show a little bit more emotion. But he's got a great stage screen presence.
Someone that I don't see show much emotion most of the time. Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz.
That was a great segue, right? I thought that was a great
that was a
segue.
good
She
segue.
literally does not show any emotion while she's acting. She's just like very emo in her acting. I like it.
Right. I think that she's she does a lot with her voice, which one of the reasons why I think I've enjoyed her voice acting so much.
Zoe
Anyways.
Saldana.
Another person like Joan Boyega, where she's just been in a lot of nerd shit as of late.
She must be a nerd.
She must be a nerd.
She must be a nerd. Like, you're in Avatar, you're in Star Trek, you're in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I mean, you never want to be yourself. You don't ever want to show your black skin. No,
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, we talked about it a little bit on one pod about just like the colorism in sci-fi movies.
Yes, they always take an Asian or a black woman. It's always a woman. It's never a dude.
Well, they did do it with Worf, and all the Klingons were just black folks.
I will give you that. This one right here, making me sad right here. Chadwick Boseman.
Late great Chadwick Boseman, man.
And he only gets in here because he was in Black Panther. He literally isn't in any other sci-fi movies or any genre films. He's like a biopic film guy.
Yeah,
really.
he played like every iconic black man in history.
That's right.
For real, like even Thurgood Marshall. And I dare say he does not look like.
Oh, you dare say? Oh, you dare say? He doesn't look like a light-skinned, fat black head dude, like his big fat head black man. No, he doesn't look like him at all. It's crazy. Thurgood Marshall. That was terrible. That was a terrible really casting.
Weird choice.
I don't want to talk about Chadwick Boseman. Why are you making me talk bad about Chadwick right now?
But yeah, obviously he was, T'Challa the Black Panther. Got to play him in 3 movies. It was Civil War, Black Panther, and Infinity War. Oh, and Endgame. He came in at the end.
4 movies.
Man, yeah, gone too soon.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
she was in Storm. She was Storm in X-Men. And she was Catwoman. And she's in this new sci-fi movie that's like out now.
Right,
that I haven't seen. Moonfall. Amazing actress.
Yeah, incredible actress.
What happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Not an example of her good acting, but that was just the writing. That was just the writing.
I just had to say what was said, like she did. I just got to say what was said.
Yeah, she wasn't.
That was bad. I don't want to stick. I don't want to talk bad about none. I don't want to talk bad about no black people. So we just gonna move on.
She was.
Halle Berry is amazing.
She was great in Days of Future Past.
We have to mention the greatest black voice actor of all time. Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar. Man, Green Lantern, Static Shock, Black Vulcan.
You know what?
The Super Friends.
Oh my God! Did you name all? You didn't name all his shit.
No, I didn't.
You
didn't
said
have time.
every black cartoon.
Yeah, I
That's what
literally
it say
put
on
every
here
black
in the notes,
cartoon.
y'all. It say every black cartoon. So I'm just telling you, man. Like, I think what makes him great is that he can do a young voice.
Yeah.
He can, that's really hard as a grown ass man, especially a black man with a deeper voice, to be able to sound like a child.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah, he's got a lot of range to be able to, like you said, like play Static Shock and Green Lantern.
But also, we can't forget his most important role of his entire career. That's not a scientific. It's not a science fiction movie.
What I think I know what you're talking about. What?
Motherfucker Marvin.
Yeah.
That nigga was Marvin.
Pulp Fiction.
Marvin in Pulp Fiction. He got his head blown off.
Oh man, I think I shot Marvin in the face.
Like, nigga, you definitely shot Marvin in the face.
Yeah, like his brains
He ain't got no
all
goddamn
over you.
face. Marvin ain't got no face. You shot him in the face. Look, we could do this all fucking day, you guys.
All day.
Man, look, do yourself a favor. Get on your little accounts, your Netflix and your Hulus and your HBO Max, and man, go fucking find these niggas that we just told you about, man. These motherfuckers been putting in work, and they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And even though some of them died at the beginning.
Right? But anyway, if there are any more actors that you guys don't, that we forgot about, you guys remember, please leave it in the comments.
Yeah, because we hungry and we gotta eat food.
But we appreciate you guys listening to the Drunk Panthers podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new episodes of the pod and new video essays. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, all the internet things at Drunk Panthers. Until next time, stay safe, my little black actors. You're not all black actors.
You all are black actors.
You're all
this month.
and may the force be with you.